Jimmy, come on join us.
Daddy's got somewhere to be.
Yes, me too.
Where'd you have to be, Jimmy?
At Sky.
Hi, Jimmy.
Hi, Jimmy.
I feel like we have to pretend we've just met now.
I bet-
Hi, Jimmy.
Hi, you all right?
I bet you get good memories when you see Nev. You must have scored on the back of Nev so many. No?
I love Nev.
Yeah.
I love Nev. I love.
Yeah.
Scored a couple at Old Trafford, remember?
You know something?
He lashed one in.
I love Jamie more though.
Oh.
Did you score against him?
Redna.
Did you score against him?
Oh, Abramovich's first game. Was it Abramovich's first game at Anfield?
Remember that one he lashed in Old Trafford?
Oh my God.
Yeah, you would drop one.
Jimmy, you stuck your arse into me once.
What?
Sorry, I'm fucking
Please
not kidding
cut
you.
that.
Jimmy just fucking
keep that in.
backed into me with his arse. I'm not gonna fucking winded me. When you go to like ram something, you think, what the fuck? That is the strongest backside I've ever. Give us a look, stand up, give us a look. Jimmy, I'm telling you, honestly,
can't
you
get
were
around that.
Look his arms, his arms.
Oh, brilliant, thank
Jimmy, we
you.
were just talking about Suriname.
Suriname. Yes.
You
I was born there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When did you move over?
6.
Europe.
When I was 6 to the Netherlands. It used to be a colony of the Netherlands.
Yeah.
And all the boys, well, majority of the boys, or their parents are from there, or they were born there. Like people like Seedorf, Davids, Kluivert, Reiziger, Ruud
great players, eh?
Rijkaard.
Wow.
All the black boys who were in the Dutch national team. Yeah.
It's all Suriname.
All Suriname. All
And it's
Suriname.
in South America.
Van Dijk.
It's in South America.
Yeah. Next to Brazil. Well, no, sorry. Above Brazil, next to English Guyana and French Guyana. Yeah.
And what do you remember about growing up there? Obviously, you were 6 when you moved.
Yeah. Oh gosh, what do I remember? Not a lot. I was, yeah, just a little boy, just you know,
playing football then?
not yet. Running after my brother. I'm the youngest of 6, so my brother was 3 years older than me. Always going after my brother, and wherever my brother is going, I'm following. Once I remember, I followed him. He didn't recognize that he didn't know that I was following him. And I crossed the road and I was hit by a motorcycle, broke my leg.
Wow.
Yeah.
How old were you here?
Sorry?
How old are you then?
I was 5, I think. I was 5. Broke my leg.
Okay.
Broken.
Which leg was it? Was it
My right.
We both.
Yeah, my right
Mine
leg.
was that. I've done mine as well.
Broke my leg.
Yeah.
By a nurse was driving the motorcycle. Got me to the hospital. Obviously got in the operation and all that kind of stuff. Then a year later we emigrated to the Netherlands, but my leg was growing a little bit wrong, so they had to break it again and reset it. And if you look at my pictures, my right leg was always going a little bit in. That's from when I was 5 and hit by a motorcycle.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That could have been so bad, though. Like, obviously, a broken leg, but you're lucky
was
to
bad.
get away with a broken leg.
Well, here you go.
But did it affect you when you strike the ball? As you got older, because obviously you'd have...
Unbelievable shot.
Unbelievable.
Well, it must have affected me.
So it was a good thing.
In a good way. No, it must have.
Look it differently, yeah.
It must have affected me in a good way. I was always scared of getting another operation or if I got injured with my leg or whatsoever, that I needed another op or whatsoever. So I never did. I always paid through the pain or made sure that my thighs were like really strong
But you know,
to protect it and stuff.
You know the thing that because your leg, because we both had the same kind of leg, it kicks out that way.
Yeah.
Did you find that you could side foot it with more power? Because what happens is because your legs turned like that.
Yeah.
So when you come in, normally people, it'd be the laces, but what I found is, obviously Jimmy as well, obviously when you did strike as well, you can hit the ball so much harder with that part of your foot because of the way your leg is naturally shaped, naturally turned
right,
out.
yeah.
You can get more power.
My side foot was hard.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, my side foot.
How's it going to affect your dancing? You signed up for Strictly Come
That's going to
Dancing.
be a different story.
I'm excited to watch you
Do
on
you like dancing,
Strictly.
Jimmy? Do you like?
Go on, Jimmy. Show us a little dance. Show us a little dance, Jimmy.
I have. Come on.
Don't dance, brother.
I have.
Chill.
Stop
Chill,
it,
come on.
chill. It's fine. I have got only girls obviously in my house, so we're doing girly things, and we're always doing dancing and makeup and all that kind of
I
stuff.
love
So-
that.
So yeah, and Strictly is a show that we as a family we always watch.
Oh my gosh.
All through the years, and I've got videos of the girls when they were like 8 and 9 dancing with Strictly in the background.
Oh, that's
television,
lovely.
You know, so yeah, it's more for them.
How do you feel, Jim? Because like
I
it's
feel
a lot.
nervous as hell, honestly, because it's totally out of my comfort zone, and it's not really it's something that I would like really
How
do.
much work, you know, them shows, would you be like practicing all day, Monday to Friday, and then do the show on a Saturday?
It's
Is
a
that what it
big
is?
commitment. It's massive. It can be like 3 months, can't it? I think.
You know how we are. We when we were playing, we like competitive. When we are playing sports, we want to win, aren't we? So that is what's going to be. I'm going to try to do. If I'm shit. Sorry, can you say that?
Oh, you
Can you
live
dance
worse
though,
than
Jimmy?
that.
Can you dance?
I have rhythm. I have rhythm. I have rhythm.
You know,
And your dance is a whole different
This is the
ballgame.
thing, Jim. It's the salsa, it's the waltz, it's whatever it is.
That is the thing, isn't it?
I admire
That's
you.
not us, isn't it?
I admire you for taking that on. It's one of the things I don't think I would ever try that because I'm too scared of the amount of work that's got to go into the actual getting that dance. And I find the judges really tough.
Yeah, they are.
Crack
Harsh.
is tough. Crack is
Yeah.
tough.
Would you have ever done it right? You can dance,
No,
can't
I
you?
can't dance. I can't dance. Jimmy did.
Sam and Dev's party, didn't you?
You know what?
Prince comes
love,
You can only dance to Prince.
Only Prince. Yeah, I can only dance to Prince. I love the fact that you mentioned out your comfort zone. That's a
Yeah.
good thing.
I might be voting
Well, we will
for
see if
Karen
it is
Carney.
available.
Yeah, but
I'll
you
be
do
watching.
well, because
She's
it's not just about the
Karen
dancing,
Carney
is it? It's about your personality, isn't it? You'll do great, man.
You know Kaz is
We'd be
doing
voting
it,
for
don't
you.
you?
Yeah?
Karen Carney,
Oh,
yeah.
The whole family, yeah?
Yeah.
The whole Irish clan.
Yeah, hey,
Yes.
you've got great support. Don't worry about that.
This episode of Stick to Football is brought to you by ARNE Clothing.
I always had the feeling that I had to prove myself. Wherever I was, I knew about Leeds, but I didn't know how big the club was. I had to be more physical. I had to hold the ball up. He was big on holding the ball. Hold the ball! Hold the ball! He wanted somebody else, and fine, I'm fine. That happens.
Who did he sign when you
I
left?
think he signed for Duca, didn't he? 40 grand.
Then you score 69 goals in 136 games for Chelsea. It's a frightening record.
Yeah, I've done well. You know that we hear that. You know that we will see that.
Yeah.
Do you not want us to win?
What's the answer?
You tell me.
No, Jimmy, you moved to, obviously, Holland when you're 6.
Yeah.
So talk to us about when you first got into football and you first started to be coached over there.
So my brother, who is 3 years older than me, he began really being like really into football, and I just wanted to be
Like him.
like him. So I was always following him and always like wanting to be around him. So when he started playing football, I also wanted to play football, but I was not allowed. You know how it is when you have got an older brother. It's not cool that the older brother is letting the young one play with him and his mates. So I had to beg, and eventually I was allowed to play football with them, and I had to go in goal first. Sorry. So I had to go in goal first and start, and that was really what life was in the beginning. Playing football, going to school, coming home, get your ball, play football outside every day. Coming home dirty, really didn't really bother about school. Next day the same. And we moved, and I was in my teens when we moved to another part of the country. it was really a bad area where we lived, and then you become involved with bad friends and all that kind of stuff, and you become now out of a sudden a little bit harder because you have to fight and all that kind of stuff. But it shapes you.
When did you realise you was a good footballer, like better than average? Because then, if you're in and around those guys, something's got to take you away from them. What happened?
So my luck was that I was always playing with all the guys. I was always playing with my brother's mates. So you had to hold your own, and you had to become better, you know. So around like 12, 13, where clubs start to notice me, that is where I thought, okay, this is something I can do. But then I was discovered really quite late, a little bit like you. I was discovered like at 17. I got my first professional contract. You know, at 17 with a really small club, not with the Ajaxes or the PSV. So I've never Telstar. I've never played for the three big ones.
And was that as a striker, or like were you?
No, I started. Believe it or not, I started as a midfielder.
Is that right?
Oh.
Yeah, I started as a midfielder, as a right midfielder.
Roy Keane type?
No.
But Jimmy, you always think of Dutch players as being well coached because they've come through these academies with amazing sort of coaching systems. You've obviously had a completely different path.
I had a different path, but the coaching was still good.
Even at under 13, 14.
It's always been there. That's always been with the Dutch. They let you always play a position, and they expect you to be tactically aware. That's how they coach. All the way
even
through.
in like the Sunday games or Saturday
Even
games?
the Sunday games. Even the Sunday games.
Of a
You
13.
know when, sorry, Gary. You know when you say that, we've also gone through academies or School of Excellence, I think it was called, when we were coming through. And there's always this thing about the Dutch, and you can play different positions, and the coaching and the tactical. What was it they do different? Are you just getting different information in Holland than maybe other countries? What is it about that country?
More tactical?
I think it's more position specific. You know, from early on, they know already what position you're going to play, and they stick with that.
But we've always been told the opposite. That in Holland, it was this thing that like, everyone learns how to play every position. If you're in Ajax, if you're a left back, sometimes they'll put you on the right wing, or you learn. Is that not true?
No, I don't think so.
No.
It's a good one to believe for a while. It sounded good. It sounded good.
No, the only one I can remember is Edgar Davids. He started as a left winger, and he was really good. He was really good as a left winger, but then he became obviously a central midfielder. But majority of the players, Reiziger as well, started as a 10, but was not good enough, and technically was not good enough, so they put him right back.
I knew you were going to say right back. I knew he was
It's a bit of a theme, Jimmy.
I knew you were
put him
going to
right
say
back.
right back.
There's always a despondent element to people's voice here. They put him right back.
And he became one of the best right backs
very
ever.
good.
You know, so
Like our gal.
yeah. Did you start as a striker as well?
Midfield. Then went to centre back, then moved across to right back.
Yeah.
I started centre forward.
There's nowhere else to go.
How old are you?
It's to go, gal.
I played for England at centre forward at 16.
Wow.
Did you?
I was England centre forward at 16, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Did you get a lot of goals?
Yeah.
Everybody
All right,
used to
yeah.
talk about Jamie, how good Jamie was as centre forward.
What kind of forward were you? Like runs in behind, coming to shoot?
When I was younger, say 10 or 11, I was a goal scorer. I was a number 9 up front, broke all the records for goals. And then when you get to the age, I mean, is this my episode?
I'm actually intrigued to hear that. Honestly.
Go back out and come back in. And then when I got to sort of 13, 14, when I was playing for England, I was a late developer physically. You know, the lads are getting bigger, so I didn't have sort of the pace or to run in behind. So I become more of a between the lines man.
Oh.
Holding the ball up, bringing people into play. Yeah, and then I played my first game for Liverpool reserves was centre forward.
Wow.
Yeah, that was probably 16, 17. Yeah.
Wow, we'll have to get clips of that.
Yeah.
Never
Jim,
knew
when-
that.
Like Jimmy.
Yes. I was going to say, Tim, so you're a goal scorer, brilliant goal scorer. Was you always a good goal scorer?
Not in the earlier years. Not in the when I went to Telstar, I was still a midfielder. When I went to so what happened? Telstar, you think you're the man. I'm still living at home. I'm earning a little bit of money. I think what was it, 250 quid a week, you know. But I'm the man, am I? I help my mom a little bit here to buy groceries and stuff, fill the fridge. But I still have got like my old friends around me, so I'm always late at training. And sometimes I call in sick.
When you wasn't?
When I wasn't. This was when I was 17. Manager then says, Jim, ciao, finish. So then luckily, my brother was at AZ.
Alkmaar.
Alkmaar, yeah. As a professional as well, professional footballer. He speaks to the manager. The manager says, okay, let him come over. He can have a week with us and let us see what he can do. So I went there, they liked me, I stayed there. Had 2 years there, then I had to go back to the non-league because they didn't renew my contract.
So was you playing at midfield at this time?
At this time I still play at midfield. So I went back non-league, and then non-league I started playing as a striker.
Right.
And then I got noticed by my agent, Humphrey Nyman, who's the agent of Hato and Wijnaldum.
Right.
Got noticed by him. He says, Jim, I've got a club for you in Portugal, but you have to go on trial. So I went on trial there, left my friends behind, went on trial, stayed a week in Portugal. They gave me a contract, 2 year long.
Who was the club?
Camp Maierens.
Okay.
And the rest is a history.
Did you just started scoring instantly?
Started scoring. We went down that year, I scored 14 goals, and then I got a move to Boavista. And then the year after, so at Boavista I scored 27 goals with Nuno. Do you remember a player called Nuno Gomes?
Yeah.
So me and Nuno Gomes up front. Scored 27 goals that year.
How old was you then?
I was 1997. I was 25.
Right.
I was 25.
Ready.
Wow.
Then I had to move to Leeds.
How long were you non-league for? How long were you non-league for then?
1 year.
1 year.
1 year.
And what's that the equivalent of the National League? Or
National League here.
Here.
Yeah. That is part-time, really. So I was working in a bakery and I was playing football at that time, yeah.
You know, the move to Portugal, did that allow you just to focus on football,
Exactly.
get away from kind of...
Yeah, so I was away from everybody. I was by myself. And very coincidentally, my girlfriend at the time was pregnant. We didn't know yet. So when I moved, she found out that she was pregnant. And then you have choices to make, haven't you? So I had to grow up.
Still in Holland?
She was still in Holland. Oh. She was working in Holland. So at that
In the bakery?
No,
No, he's in the bakery.
She had a better job. She had a better
You
job.
had a bun in the oven though.
Look at Jill.
Anyway, yeah, so had to sort my act out and I could focus.
Yeah.
You know, I was there by myself and focused and really focused on my football, and yeah, I did well.
This episode of Stick to Football is brought to you by ARNE Clothing. This episode of Stick to Football is sponsored by Huel.
Huel, we know. Are you still on the vanilla?
Of course I'm on the vanilla.
You need to swap the vanilla, mate. You need to get on the greens.
You called me Vanilla Neville last week.
Yeah, Gary Bland. And the way Gary Neville spices himself up is to go with the greens.
Oh, 41 vitamins, minerals and superfoods.
Yes.
Oh, this could work.
Come on, then. Yeah?
Oh.
Yeah, or nay?
Yeah, it's actually all right. Blueberry, lemon and thyme flavoured.
Do you know they've also got peach and apple?
You are becoming an incredible ambassador. No, I mean,
Is it nice?
I don't like it. I don't like it as much as vanilla. Let's be clear about that.
Which is the top.
You're not moving me off vanilla easily. I mean,
No.
to be fair, that's my. No, this is my favourite.
Yeah.
I'm sticking with vanilla.
Yeah.
Greens are all good and well, and I know you need the 5 a day, but it's a struggle 5 a day, isn't it?
Yeah, that's exactly why you need the top up.
Thanks for that, Jamie.
Okay.
Excellent. Good work.
See you next week.
See you next week. Try Huel today and get £10 off your first order, plus a free gift. Go to Huel.com and use our code THEOVERLAP at checkout to get the offer. Give these new Daily Greens cans a go. Available online now and in stores soon. You mentioned focus and you said, leaving that behind. What were you getting up to when you were back in sort of Holland that was sort of maybe distraction for you or not giving you that focus?
Yeah, it was just a bad area, bad place. Lot of fighting, lot of stealing, lot of stuff going on, around that
You were
area.
getting pulled into that.
And you're getting pulled into that, yeah.
Is it just because of the company you kept?
Company you kept, yes, friends.
Never you, it's always the company, isn't it?
No.
All of us.
It sounds like you're in Liverpool.
Something like it. But no, it's me. I take the responsibility, But it was the move came at the right time, really. So and from there, I played 1 year campaigns, 1 year at Boavista, 2 years at Leeds, and then out of a sudden I was at Atlético Madrid.
Talk to us about Leeds.
No,
you go to Leeds.
Yeah.
That call comes. Who rings you first up?
So there used to be a scout called Ian McNeil, who used to work for George Graham, who scouted me when I was at Boavista. I think George Graham watched me 3 matches together with David O'Leary, and he took a chance on me, £2 million. That was at the time when he just left Arsenal and went to Leeds, and Leeds was at the bottom of the league, more or less. He saved them, and he started building his own team, and he got me in as one of the strikers. And I think that was the best thing that could have happened.
Did you know much about Leeds then, Jim? Did you know what you were going into? Or
I knew about Leeds because we get in Holland, we get BBC and we get Match of the Day. So we know everything about the English football. I didn't know how big the club was. I knew about Leeds, but I didn't know how big the club was and the history really, and the hatred between Leeds and Man United. But you learn that really quickly when you arrive there. But I had a magnificent time. I really loved it. Really loved it at Leeds. And Josh Graham was tough. He called me the all sorts of names. It was good for me. It was perfect for me.
I was going to say, because the first game, we played the first game of the season. That's what I was going to say. Jimmy, run, Jimmy! It's a fucking nightmare.
Yeah. So they called me lazy. And they called me lazy, and I thought I was running like hell. And he said, "Oh, you're lazy. You're lazy."
You know what? I think that was it, because he used to do that to me all the time. Not making enough runs when you know you are, even if you score and you're making runs. I just think that was one of his ploys to just keep you going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Roy, but he never gave any. Maybe that's why I was thinking, Jimmy. You never, when you scored,
you never used to praise me.
No,
never.
But even yourself,
you
didn't even celebrate. Your face was always so vexed. Where's that vexedness come from?
Because I was an angry player because I had to play angry. I always had to. I always had the feeling that I had to prove myself, wherever I was. Wherever I came, I always was straight away from day one under pressure. So it was always like, I'm going to show them.
Is that from your childhood, Jimmy? A little bit?
I think so. Yeah, I
moving
think so.
country at a young age, and
Yeah, I think so. But I'm not an angry person, really. But I had to play that way.
Yeah.
And football was totally different than it is now,
Did you enjoy the physicality of it?
I loved it.
Yeah.
That I knew what was coming, I didn't mind it.
You're ready for it.
Yeah, and I know I was gonna give some, you know. So, yeah,
And you were at a good age as well to go into Leeds, weren't you? You weren't like a child. You were like, quite mature.
we had the Gary Kellys, you know. we had the Ian Harts.
I remember that
Yeah.
team. Like,
You're good, yeah.
It's good too.
Jimmy, I'm not going to come back to you, but it's similar journey to Gyökeres a little bit now in terms of coming from Portugal
Yeah.
to the Premier League in terms of the sort of step.
Yeah.
You know, you've watched him obviously in the first couple of weeks. What's your thoughts in terms of how he would? Because it's an unfashionable sort of.
Yeah.
You'd be an unfashionable striker back then a little bit in terms of your the way in which you played.
Agree. I hope for him that Arsenal plays to his strength. That it is not the other way around, that he needs to go and work for them. He's come in to score goals. I hope that Arsenal create chances for him to be able to score goals. And then, of course, in the big matches where you're not going to get lots of chances, you need to find a way to make your own chance. But overall, I hope that it is not what Arsenal has been doing in the last 2 years, you know?
What you mean? Be specific about that. What sort of things?
I think Arsenal has got a way of everybody needs to defend and everybody, you know, behind the ball and everybody needs to run back and blah, blah, blah. If you look at the successful teams, really, yeah, everybody works hard, but 1 or 2 players are allowed to cheat a little bit. They call it cheating in England. I don't call it cheating. Yeah, like for instance, Salah, exactly. Salah is allowed to stay a little bit high, but the moment Liverpool wins the ball, they straight away have got that outlet. I think if Arsenal does something like that with him, I think you will get a lot more goals.
That's why I always go back to Havertz with that. I think Arteta loves Havertz because of what you're saying. He always does that work, but then he's probably never going to get you probably the goals, is he?
Yeah, but the thing is, you look at Gabriel Jesus got injured on our edge of our box, done his hamstring, our number 9.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying, but like, you know, you do want him up there, but you do want him up there and people feeding it into him. You know, it's not everybody needs to be.
Where is Gyökeres going to score goals? He's going to score goals around the box and stuff. If he has to carry the ball, if he has to run every time 60 meters to go and get a chance, it's going to be difficult.
What did George Graham expect from you in terms of how you played because you scored a bucket load of goals at Leeds? I'm seeing it's 34 goals in 69 games. That's a lot of goals. I mean, that's a near on now £100 million striker, you know, in this day and age. What would he expect of you when you first went to Leeds that was different than Portugal?
So I had to be more physical. I had to hold the ball up. He was big on holding the ball. Hold the ball! Hold the ball! If you would lose the ball, it doesn't matter how hard the defender is coming you back. Hold the ball, you're not strong enough. And in the beginning, I was always on the floor. So he wants you to hold the ball and he wants you to run the channels. Yeah. And back in the day, it was 4-4-2. You had to run the channels.
Who's your partner? Who's your partner at Leeds?
First was Rod Wallace.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then Harry Kewell.
Wow. Yes, Harry.
Harry Kewell, yeah.
Good front two to have up with you, eh?
Yeah. Harry was good.
Lively.
Was good.
Who give you a lot of assists?
And then Smith, Alan Smith.
Oh, yeah.
As well.
Right. Who give you a lot of assists in that time?
Harry.
Yeah.
Harry Moore. We had we were different. We had so much energy. We had Haaland in midfield who could run.
Yes.
Could he? Yeah.
We had David Hopkins in the first year.
Yes.
We had like lots of energy. Harry Kewell started on the left. We had Bruno Ribeiro as well. A lot of players who didn't have big names. So we were more like a team, and we needed to be energetic, running around, and from there counter-attacking, and from there we would get like chances. Lee Boyer was there as well.
How do we get to a point where after 2 seasons, 34 goals in 69 games, how do we get to a point where you leave Leeds? Surely they want to keep you.
Yeah, well, they didn't want to keep me until this day.
They didn't want to keep you?
No. So what happened? Josh Graham, who left to Spurs at halfway of the second season, and I was George's buy, wasn't I? So our relationship, even though that he would never say, Jimmy, I love you, he loved me. Yeah, I was doing well for him. Yeah. So he had his ways. He gave me the tough love. But the moment he left and David O'Leary took over, in a way, when a manager comes in, he wants to put his own stamp on it, and he wants to bring in his own players, really, and rightly so. That is his prerogative. I'm Dutch.
What does that mean?
That means
we know that.
Oh, we know.
You're going to tell him.
I'm direct.
If you don't agree with something, you would want to have that conversation.
Yes.
You know. So I don't think that was always appreciated.
What conversations would you have with him, though? You're scoring goals. What didn't he like about you? What was it that you were sort of having debates about?
I can't give you an exact answer. It's that this is my feeling. Yeah?
Right, okay.
This is my feeling. Because the moment when the end of the season comes and I've got 2 years left and they want to speak to me about a new contract and I'm saying, okay, let's do it. And I'm saying, I want X. And they're saying, no, that is too much. And I'm saying, okay.
What would X have been back then, Jimmy? What would
I asked for 30.
30 a week?
30 a week, yes. So...
Was that breaking their wage bracket in respects of... So who would be on that kind of money? Was anyone on that kind of money?
I don't think that anyone was on that.
That was 1.5 million. It's about 1.5 million a year.
Right, yeah.
Who would have been on that in the league, though, Jimmy, at that time?
Obsessed with wages. No. Your contract. You should write your contract.
No, I'm talking about... I saw that, actually. If you think about sort of in the league at that time, who would have been on that level of money?
I think players at Arsenal, players at...
Can I just speak clear? Yeah. Players at Arsenal probably would. I'm telling you.
No?
I couldn't have seen that. No. What year was that?
No Dennis Bergkamp?
Dennis probably.
He would have been.
No.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Dennis.
Yeah, maybe players at Man United. Maybe players at Chelsea.
Yeah.
And that year, we finished 4th in the league. Mm-hmm.
How many goals did you get?
Champions League. I top scorer with Dwight York and Michael Owen.
So you felt you were in a good bargaining position,
yes,
obviously.
He was.
Okay. And he was, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So I asked for 30. They said no. I said, okay, no problem. Let's kick on.
Yeah.
Let's kick on. I'm not signing. They said, no, we offer you this. I said, no, I don't want that.
How far were you away? What were they offering?
29.
What was they offering? Like 15, 20? I signed for 12, 13, 14, 15. That's what I signed for.
Okay.
4-year contract. And I played 2 years. And my signing on fee was in that 12.
Okay.
Yeah? No problem. Yeah? So I said, okay, no problem. Let's go. Let's kick on. They said, no, Jim. We have to protect our asset. Yeah? In a year's time, you're not going to be worth as much as you are now because you will have 1 year left. I said, okay, give me what I want then.
Yeah. So you wanted to stay, Jim?
I wanted to stay. Give me what I want. No, you're not getting that.
Who's doing this with you?
Ridsdale, and in the background is David O'Leary. So if I'm your man, and I'm doing the business for you, you as a manager, you come to me and you speak to me and you say, Jimmy, no, I can't let you go. That conversation never happened. Never happened. So then they said, if you don't sign, you have to go. So I said,
Who said that to you? Ridsdale?
Yeah. If you don't sign, you have to go. Okay, then I go.
How long was it dragging out?
If you bluff me, then I go.
How long was it dragging out? Was it dragging out? What were the fans doing?
So then what happened? Jimmy wants to go.
Oh.
Yeah, Jimmy wants to go.
Leaked out or statement?
statement.
Oh, wow.
Did
Jimmy
you
want
do
to
the
go.
statement? Or
No. So Jimmy wants to
leaked
go.
out then, leaked out.
Yeah. No, they put out Jimmy want to go. Then they said Jimmy is asking way too much money. We can't pay that. Our highest paid player, Jimmy, has asked 50% more than our highest paid player. That's what Jimmy has asked.
Did they put that out?
They put that out.
Oh, that
Yeah,
doesn't-
they put that out. So then, I'm saying, okay, what is your 50? What is that player on? Say, what is that player on then? Because if you're saying 50% more, let's do the maths. And who is that player? That player was Lucas Radibi. I used to get on with Lucas, fine, blah blah blah. But we all know that strikers are being paid the money. Yeah.
Oh, we know.
And
that, yeah.
and I'm doing the business at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it goes from bad to worse. Then now all of a sudden, my agent is doing his work because, of course, if he's not going to speak to other clubs, then he's not working in the best interest for me. So Chelsea comes in. They don't want to let me go to Chelsea. I now say, okay, it's done now. I want to go. They said you need to ask for a transfer request.
Yeah.
And in those days, when you ask for a transfer request, you're signing on fees.
We're giving up. Yeah.
So I said that. They said, don't worry, we will sign a letter that you will still get your signing on fees. Yeah. I signed that letter and I put in a transfer request. 5 minutes later, it's on Sky.
Really?
Joking.
That I asked for the transfer request.
So back in the day, if you put in a transfer request, the sign-on fee will go to the
You
club.
forgave your
Yeah,
sign.
you're forfeiting your
Still the
sign-on
same,
fee.
isn't it?
Oh, is it still the same now?
Yeah.
But that's
still
why
the same.
clubs. But that's why
I think
clubs.
if you ask for a
want-
transfer, you don't get your money, is it?
That's why the clubs want the player to push the deal. through
Oh, okay.
as well,
I
you know
never
what I mean?
knew
If you're
that.
gonna- You have to put a transfer request in if you want to leave.
So they play the fans. The fans are absolutely going mad. I'm greedy. And people at my house. I can't walk over the street no more. It's in my car, training.
Wow.
Back. I'm not saying that I'm not playing.
You're in
training.
You're in
I'm-
pre-season at this
I'm
point.
I'm training. I'm playing the pre-season matches. I remember we had a game at Birmingham, and all the fans on top of me. I'm like, bad.
But you never refuse to play.
I never refused to play. Never refused to play. Because I said, okay, I've got a contract, I'll play. And I'll still do my best. Because I'm 25 at the time. I'm thinking, if I'm going to play, I'm going to play. I'm earning, okay, not what I want, but I back myself.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
So is that a good way to negotiate when you say to a club, I want this or nothing? Is there any negotiating where you go,
take
it's like every other,
25.
it's like every other deal, you go, I want that, and you try and meet somewhere? No, were you just saying,
You know, they didn't want, they said, no, it's this.
all right,
They didn't even want to. I said, "Look, come on. They didn't even want to, you know.
Negotiate.
So that's why I'm saying he didn't fancy me. He wanted somebody else, and fine. I'm fine. That happens.
Who did he sign when you left?
I think he signed. Viduka, didn't he?
Viduka.
Celtic?
On 40 grand.
Not bad. He went for 10 million. It was like 10 million, I think,
From Celtic.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
And so what happens in? They won't sell you to an English club.
So they won't sell me to the English club, so I had to go to Atlético Madrid.
You were forced to, essentially to go abroad.
Yeah, look, yeah. And
That's not a
luckily,
bad move, does it?
No, and luckily Atlético Madrid came in, and yeah, that was a really good.
They paid
move.
how much for you, Jimmy?
12 million. So Leeds bought me for 2 million. I was sold for 6. I was sold for 12, and that was 6 times profit.
Yeah.
What was good business for Leeds, you know? So
Who's
well
playing
done.
up front with Atletico?
Alone,
Alone?
4-3-3.
Wow.
Yeah,
Did you prefer the lone striker or with a two?
with the 2.
With a two.
I was always somebody that needed somebody close to me,
Yeah.
you know, around me.
And you were happy with the contract you obviously got at Atletico?
No complaints.
Right. No. Netto, was it Netto?
Yes. We like the Netto.
You like the Netto.
Yes.
Yeah, but you scored goals there, Jim, playing lone striker.
Scored.
You were top scorer, weren't you?
Not in the league. There was Salva who played at Racing Santander. So he was the top scorer of Racing Santander. I was top scorer at Atletico, and we both went down.
Wow.
We both went down.
And you scored 24 goals.
I scored 27 goals
27
in
goals.
the league. In total, 37 with all the cups and blah, blah, blah. We went to Copa del Rey final. We lost that against Pochettino, Espanyol.
And you took them down.
And we went down.
Wow. What was the rest of the team doing? It's just you.
So there was lots of problems at the club. Certain players were not getting paid.
Wow.
Certain players threw the towel in because they were not getting paid. Gili Gil, you remember Gili Gil?
Yeah.
He went to jail.
Right.
Lots of stuff going on. So we went down, and then luckily Chelsea came in for me again, and they bought me for 15.
This episode of Stick to Football is brought to you by ARNE Clothing. The Super 6 £1 million jackpot is still here and waiting to be won. No one got all 6 scores last weekend, so the money is rolling over and it will keep doing so until it's won. It's completely free to play. Just predict 6 correct scores this weekend and you could become a millionaire. Download the Super 6 app and play for free. 18 plus T&Cs apply.
So were you happy to keep moving? Was there any stage you thought I want to be at a club for 5, 6, 7, 8 years?
Well,
were you happy to try new experiences?
Well, I had no choice.
No choice, right.
I had no choice. With Atletico, I had no choice because we went down. But then when I went to Chelsea, I had 4 years at Chelsea.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
I had 4 years at Chelsea, and yeah, obviously we didn't win anything because you guys kept on winning everything.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, sorry.
You're not sorry. He's not sorry.
I know.
Did you get top goal scorer in the Premier League though in your
my
first season
first
in
year,
Chelsea?
my first
That's
year.
amazing.
Yeah, my first year.
Really good.
So, but I came back. Obviously, everybody remembered how I left Leeds, and I left Leeds with a really bad name.
Yeah.
So then when I came back to England, I was straight away under pressure because the journalist or the media was straight away on my back. Greedy Jimmy is coming back. Yeah. You know, so...
Greedy.
Yeah, no, that
We were saying that in our dressing room. He's a greedy fella. Yeah,
it was good for me to come back because I'm.
Yeah, it was good for you, but
made
we were thinking you're greedy.
I made the salary higher for you.
You helped us.
Yeah, exactly. No, but yeah. So coming back and what you're saying, angry. So in a way, I had to I was like, I need to prove myself here. You know, I need to make sure that 15 million is you know, is right. Yeah. You know, so.
You like Chelsea? Did you love Chelsea? Yeah, you enjoyed Chelsea. Yeah.
I must say honestly, I had a really good time at Leeds, and I loved living in Yorkshire. Chelsea was different because I became a much better player. I saw football in a totally different way. I was playing now out of a sudden and it started in Spain a little bit, and with all due respect with Leeds, but we had a working team at Leeds, and at Chelsea there was so many technical players, you know, and now out of a sudden, and I was never a technical person, and now out of a sudden, I really had to concentrate on my touch, I really had to concentrate on my runs and...
But when you were making good runs, people were picking you out as well.
Exactly, yeah, exactly. That's where I had a really good relationship with Gianfranco, with Idaho Johnson, and
what a
stuff.
player he was.
Yeah.
Zola doesn't get enough credit for me either. I tell you.
Yeah.
What a player.
He also Idaho Johnson doesn't get enough credit.
Yeah.
Who were the strikers that you watched when you were 18, 19, 20, playing in the non-league, whether in Holland or around the world, that you looked at and thought, that's what I want to be, that's how I model my game on?
You know, the striker that I really always really loved was Romario.
Yeah.
Was Romario. He used to be at PSV first, and then he went to Barcelona. Always loved Romario. Little, quick,
Amazing.
would score goals in different ways, with his point of it, with his toes, with all kind of ways, you know. That was the striker that I always looked at and stuff. Oh, look, Ronaldo and R9.
Yeah.
Ronaldo is the best.
What experience you were having? Even quite a young player like Portugal, Spain, England. Some great experience with Jimmy, weren't they?
Yeah.
Did you enjoy your time with the national team?
Loved it.
Yeah.
Really loved it.
There was some good players around then. We were trying to debate the best Dutch 11, and it's so hard, isn't it?
But there was how many? If I remember you in the Dutch squad, was there a lot of unbelievable strikers at the same time?
It was so difficult. I have 27 caps, but my time was Bergkamp, Patrick, Van Hooijdonk, who in England didn't really make it, but has got a really big name in the Netherlands. Van Nistelrooy,
Wow.
Mackay, and then came Coit.
Were you in the squad against Ireland that time? Were you? Did you play? Did you come on that?
I came on.
You had about 9 strikers on at the end, didn't you? It was
I still couldn't score. Yeah.
Were you playing that game?
We played that
What
game,
was the
yeah,
score?
but they were bringing on. We won 1-0, yeah. But they had
Killed us.
the strikers that on
Killed
the
us.
pitch.
We didn't go to the
World
World Cup or was it the European
World
Cup?
Cup, yeah.
Yeah, we didn't go to World Cup.
And the players you had, it was unbelievable.
Who was in the team at that point? And you named those strikers. Obviously, Bergkamp would have been in. With who else?
So Patrick would always play.
Patrick Kluivert would always
Patrick would always play because with Hiddink, it was always Bergkamp would play, and then he would put Cocu behind, or Patrick would play and he would put Bergkamp behind. With Van Gaal, doesn't matter what happened, Patrick would play. That's his son. Patrick would play.
just because of the relationship and how he knew him from obviously Ajax.
Won the Champions
At Ajax, he brought him through. And to be fair, he has always delivered for him. He delivered the Champions League. He's always delivered for him. So
You trusted him, huh?
yeah, he trusted him. Yeah. So always him. And then sometimes it was me up top with Patrick behind. Sometimes.
Where was Van Nistelrooy at this point? Was he younger?
He was younger. Van Nistelrooy came in when Advocaat became the manager and when Frank Rijkaard became the manager.
That was interesting, Jimmy, when you said about Kluivert, because I think most of us, and rightly so, probably think of Kluivert as a number 9, great striker. I remember him playing for Barcelona at Anfield. They beat us 3-1 in a Champions League group stage, and Rivaldo played centre forward, and he played him like behind.
10.
He was unbelievable in the game. But something else you just said there about Van Hooijdonk having a big name in Holland and not so much in England. Do you think that was a problem for you in terms of the national team that you'd made in England?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, big time. They don't look at me in Holland like how they are looking at me in England, because I haven't played for the 3 big ones in Holland, and also I'm not the typical Dutch striker. I want goals. And the Dutch striker, they want to play with the back to the goal and pass and this and that, and then come in front of the goal, first post, goal. And I'm like, no, I can get that earlier. Let's go and do it. You know, let's stop mucking about. And that has never really been appreciated. You know. So,
But you say it's never been appreciated, but your goals, I mean, at Leeds, I've just given you your record. You've told us how many goals you scored in Spain, but then you scored 69 goals in 136 games for Chelsea.
Wow.
It's a frightening record.
yeah, I've done well.
Very well.
He knows them stats, don't worry about it.
I know them. I know them. You know, I don't know if Wright is it, but I don't forget goals, the goals that I have scored. But that had to be my thing, goals. You know, I was never going to do a Henry, get the ball in my own box and run, you know, and then score. No, you know. So I understood that. I knew that my right foot was really good, I knew that I had to work on my left foot. I knew that I had to work on my headers, movement in the box I had. So I had to be clever with myself. So every little yard that I could get, I could find the corner. If I find the corner with my inside foot, I know I have a good chance of scoring. So that is where I just played at.
It's amazing the buzz you got from scoring right is the same, innit? You can never beat that feeling, can you?
Never replicate.
Putting that ball in the back of it, never got tired of it. Yeah.
Never replicate.
What happened at the end at Chelsea? You left just before Mourinho. You left just on the verge of Mourinho coming in.
Yeah. Story of my life. So Mourinho came in. Peter Kenyon called my agent. Said, Jim, I had 1 year left. Jimmy can go. Mourinho never spoke to me. Never had one word to say to me. Never called. Nothing.
He'd made his mind up.
He made his mind up.
It's interesting that, Jimmy, because I'm not...
Yeah.
He went and visited all the international camps because it was the summer of the 2004 Portugal tournament. He came to the England camp to meet John Terry, Frank Lampard, I don't know who else, but he went and done that. So obviously he was going around meeting all the players that he felt were coming, and he never spoke to you once.
He didn't meet me. No.
Nothing, Gary.
No. Yeah. Afterwards, he did say, "I've made a mistake."
Should have kept you.
Yeah, but then it was too late. I went to Middlesbrough, and I had a really good first year. And if you remember, Drogba came, and Drogba in his first year, first year, he didn't score a lot of goals. They became champion in the first year, but it was more Frank Lampard and all the others that were scoring. And then he admitted, I shouldn't have let Jimmy go.
You spoke to him since?
Here and there when I see him, not... Football is football.
Yeah.
It's one of those things.
Were you gutted when?
Oh yeah. Because I wasn't blessed with winning a league or FA Cup. I've had 2 FA Cups and lost them both. We were not close enough with Chelsea in the first 2 years. We couldn't get the consistency.
Could you have stayed and said, no, hang on a minute, you've got 1 year left, you could have gone on a Bosman probably, you could have gone free, and you could have said, no, I'm going to stay here and just...
I could have, but that is not really the person that I am. If somebody doesn't want me, I don't want to stay around. Yeah. If they're saying, Jim, you can go, then okay, let's get a settlement.
And Middlesbrough, good option at the time, Middlesbrough, because they were trying to make... Yeah.
Good option, good 2 years. We went to the UEFA Cup final.
That's right,
we had a good team, Viduka, me, Gareth Southgate, Yuko Akiok, Mendieta, Rochenbach, Stewie Downing. So we had a really good team. We got 7th. In the first year, second year we went to the UEFA Cup final, semi-final of the FA Cup. So, it wasn't Chelsea, but it was very good. Yeah. So I enjoyed it. So am I gutted? Yeah, Gary, I was gutted that I missed out on the championship.
How was living in the northeast compared to London? It's a good place.
You know what I did?
What?
At Middlesbrough.
Stayed in London.
Helicopter.
No, I lived in Harrogate.
Oh,
so
okay.
I travelled every day.
Yeah.
To Darlington.
It's not too far.
40 miles and 40 miles back every day.
Yeah.
Jimmy, you mentioned Gareth Southgate, and I think he lived around that area.
Yes, very close.
Harrogate?
Yeah,
around Harrogate.
The corner.
Yeah, so did you used to travel in together? I mean, obviously, when they come to your coaching career next, but...
So sometimes we used to travel in, me, him and Mark Swatzer, who used to live there as well, and majority of the time by ourselves, yeah.
This episode of Stick to Football is brought to you by ARNE Clothing. Throw it forward to 2024, and you're the coach with Gareth in a major tournament for England.
Loved it. Can't have a bad word to say, really. Obviously, got it that we didn't get what we really wanted, but Spain was better, and sometimes that's what you have to say. You know,
we were there looking over that pitch. Just tell me if you felt something similar. I know that sometimes as a coaches can say, "Well, no, we didn't feel like that," but Rodri's gone off.
Yeah, I know what you're going to say, and yes.
And you see, obviously, them having to protect probably the most important player off in Europe that season, Ballon d'Or winner. Are you thinking what we're thinking?
Yeah.
This is it.
Well, I am, but I'm not saying it.
You're not saying that in the dressing room.
Because you know yourself.
But is everyone thinking a little bit? I mean, you're thinking that. So if we're thinking,
You're a football man.
Yeah.
Football, straight away it goes up in your head. I said, yes, great, yeah, happy. Not, you know how it is.
Yeah.
You know, so you think at that moment you will have more opportunities. You know, and yes, that goes off in my head, but the reality shows different.
Yeah.
You know, another player comes in who is now at Arsenal, and he picked up, and there was no difference whatsoever.
Unbelievable.
I don't have regrets about my football career, but one thing I do think sometimes, particularly when I go to tournaments, is that almost like a lifetime of things that you look back upon and think, what if we'd done that? What would we have changed? What's the one thing when you look at that match? What would you do now if you could do anything? What would, if you've spoken to Gareth or if you thought of yourself?
I think.
Was there anything?
No, but I think if you're gonna think that, then you're never gonna get over it.
No, I get that,
You
but
know?
you sometimes
So-
think this one moment's never going to come back in my life, like United
No,
semi-final or...
It is not never gonna get back. But when you're before the game, and you're, this is how I am, and you're looking at the team, and you're supporting your manager, yeah. There's always things set, yeah. And then the decision is made. I was happy with the decision because I've given the manager whatever I needed to give him, and then it's up to him. He made a decision, and I was happy with his decision because it was a decision for the right reasons. You understand what I'm saying?
Talk about something
Team
specifically.
selection.
Yeah, it always comes back to the team selection. You can always, after the game, you can always say, oh, I should have done this, or I should have done that. But then still, you don't know if you're going to win. You know what I'm saying? So I was happy, and he was happy, and we went for it. Spain was good.
Yeah,
Spain was better. Spain had a rhythm over the whole tournament that we didn't have, and we were looking for. You know,
You'd never get that momentum in the tournament. It felt like the performances were not... But
we wanted it, and we were working for it, and the boys did brilliantly. By the way, I must say, I've seen pressure, and you.
Oh, they were under pressure.
I've seen pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen something like this.
Wow.
They were under pressure. I mean, after the first few games, to be fair, against Slovenia, you could have gone out, to be fair, Jimmy.
Yeah, but we find a way. We find
Yeah.
a way, and that is football. That is at the highest level. You find a way.
Yeah.
We found a way, and you have to appreciate that. But the pressure of the public and stuff. Jesus
Is it like that
Christ.
with the Dutch team?
It's different. It's not.
You always say that, don't you, about
It-
England?
Jimmy,
Jesus
I
Lord.
remember arriving to that tournament in Berlin. I actually had lunch with Ian and Roy and said, I asked the question on the first day, why can English teams, with the players that we have and had, why can we, I know you did keep possession in quite a few games, but why can we not, in the games that matter, keep hold of the ball better to keep control? With the likes of Cole Palmer, this has been a 20-year problem, by the way, Jimmy. This is not something that just happened in this tournament. And Gareth knows this better than anybody. But you're from playing with players that, to be fair, and Holland, where there's a real technical understanding of the game. Why is it that English teams do, I think, in big matches, like against Spain, or in big games in a tournament, they tend to just, Croatia in the 2018 World Cup, teams that can truly keep the ball. Why can't we do that better? What's your understanding of it now you haven't been there?
I don't think that it is only the pressure. I think if you look at Spain, if you look at Brazil, these teams, these countries, in those countries, those teams that they have, they play more or less always the same kind of football.
If you look at the three big games of Gareth, the Italy game at Wembley, which, to be fair, the Italians went on to dominate with Jorginho.
Yeah.
If you look at the Croatia game in 2018, and you look at the game against Spain, those three big games, we looked like we were out on our feet a little bit at the end because the lads they'd run themselves into the ground. That's happened in my career many, many times.
Yeah.
Where the exact same thing happened where we fell short.
I can't talk about those two other games. I wasn't there. The only against Spain, we should have kept the ball better. We should have kept the ball. And sometimes it is just about passing the ball for passing the ball, just to settle you down. You know? And
But is it lack of understanding or what is...
No, that's not understanding. I think that is just how it is, you know? And that's what we didn't do well. We didn't keep the ball. We should have...
Was that the pressure? Was that the pressure?
We don't know.
Good enough to do it?
I don't know. But when I talk about pressure, is the news, the
noise.
the noise around from outside. You know that.
Yeah.
Are the England players not used to that? I mean, like Rooney, all these boys have been used to that. Beck's had it.
What specific
more
noise?
now,
Just
though, isn't
talk
it?
to us. I mean, what was hard during that tournament? What specific noise?
They were always trying to find something negative.
Who? Us?
Press, and also some of the punters.
Pundits.
Pundits. That weren't us. Weren't ITV.
Some of the...
In BBC.
It was them fellas on his wrist.
Honestly, sometimes I think, come on, guys,
Give them a break.
you've been there. Get behind these players. Get behind them. You know, give them something that.
Was that impacting the players?
No, it was impacting me.
Wow.
It was impacting me.
You thought
did it get through
angry
to the
because you're angry or
Yeah.
because
Yeah, because certain things doesn't have to be said. Why? Why say that? You
what specifically? What are you referring to? What quote?
No, you know that we hear that. You know that people look at that. You
Yeah.
know that we will see that.
Yeah.
You know. What are you trying to get out of it? What are you not? Do you not want us to win? What are you trying to get out of that message? You know.
It must be strange with England about picking teams. Foden has to play, Palmer has to play. The difference of opinions and all that, that must creep into the squad, obviously.
The thing is, you have so many big clubs. And when England come together as supporters, everybody supports. So you support Liverpool.
Saka, remember Saka?
You have your Liverpool player that you want to see in the team. And if you don't see them, you're not supporting England, you know? And that's wrong, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, they don't come together as much as they should.
You talk about the players or the country supporters.
The country.
Like Newcastle fans won't go and play and don't.
Let me ask you about
they?
2 or 3 specific situations because you talked about this a lot. Trent Alexander-Arnold going into midfield. In terms of that, you know, Trent Alexander-Arnold full stop in terms of why is he not playing right back for England, the quality of him, why is he playing in midfield? I mean, you talked about it a lot, Roy, before the game, actually. You called it out.
Going in
and said,
midfield, I just thought it was a big ask for a player to go in and play in a big game. It's a different position. You're on about younger players trying positions, yes, a bit younger, but in a big game for an experienced player to go in and play in midfield, it was a big ask for him.
Yeah.
And he struggled in there.
Yeah.
We all know that. He was taken off, of course.
Did you know it was wrong after game 1? Is that why you didn't put him in there again? Or?
No, it wasn't. I wouldn't say it was wrong. It didn't materialize how we thought it would materialize. The other thing, England is blessed with good right backs. Yeah, but they're all different.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trent is a magnificent right back. So is Walker. So is Trips. Yeah, and they're all in the squad. So it is, what do we need for that game? And because I think we wanted some more quality and Trent to be closer to the forwards because he can see a pass, he can score a goal. We thought
It would
you know,
work.
it would work. And with his intelligence, it would work. It didn't come off as we thought it would come off. But I think it's one of those. Would I do it? Would I see it being done again? Yeah. You know, would I? If I was a manager, would I do that again with Trent? Yeah, because we all know when Trent is in that final third, he finds that brilliant pass for the strikers. So I'm thinking now more of a selfish kind of way for me as a striker. Who would I want?
You want those crosses?
Yeah, you know. But he ended up playing too deep instead of
going far up.
Yeah.
Roy mentioned that the conundrum of obviously Palmer, Bellingham, Foden and Saka. You've got these four outstanding players, also Kane up front, and then you've got obviously Bellingham, who looks like a shoe-in to be sort of in that position there. Then you've got these other three amazingly talented players. Was that a constant sort of, how do we get these players in? How do we try and get the best out of them? How do we make sure that... It must have been, you know, because even we're looking at it...
It is. And everybody have got their opinion, you know? And
what's the answer?
And you tell me.
No, that's why I'm sat here, Jimmy. I tried it once.
The thing is, whatever you do,
Yeah.
if you don't win, it's wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and that's the thing. And that's why I'm saying, with your other questions, before the game, if you're happy with your decision, you take the loss.
Yeah.
You know? So, you can keep on saying, oh no, he should have played.
Yeah.
And we all have got our favourites. But the selection was done for the right reason.
But it must be great for your coaching experience to work with these players at close hand
Oh,
and see how good they are.
They were brilliant.
Yeah.
And they were easy to work with. Easy. You put something on, or the boss put something on, or Steve Holland put something on, and they do it. Bang, 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 bang. Done.
That's what I thought when I was there for 4 years under Roy. I thought the players, I couldn't say a bad word about the players. The efforts there, honestly, they were absolutely brilliant.
Every single one of them.
No, well, there's one or two maybe, but they didn't last in the squad that often. But to be fair, generally...
Even at times, sometimes, you want a little bit of a friction.
Right. Yeah.
You want that.
Was there a friction?
Never.
Jimmy, that's what you were there for.
No.
They brought the Dutchman in.
I'm a good guy. But sometimes you want
Yeah,
somebody
bit of
just,
edge to it.
you know.
Yeah.
But no,
Yeah.
they were, and to be fair, they were brilliant.
Who's the big leader in that dressing room? 'Cause, Kane was emerging when we were there into someone who actually was a bit of a force. Was he a big force in that dressing room? Was he the big leader?
Kane, big leader, and everybody does it in a different way.
Yeah.
We missed Harry Maguire, big leader in the dressing room.
Wow.
Big character. Missed him in that way.
Kevin Trippier, can imagine.
Trippier
him
as
doing
well.
that voice.
Trippier as well.
Talk about Harry Maguire though, because he gets a lot of criticism for not. He was taking, taking the captain off him at United is a bad moment, really.
Yeah.
It's a bad moment. It's a horrible moment for him. And he has, to be fair, before that was emerging as some sort of presence, real presence. I think Ollie, when he was there, you know, you're talking about working with him. You say he's a big leader. Just talk about the specifics of that.
Top lad, always positive. Will always put himself forefront, even when he makes mistakes. He's there, yeah. He doesn't hide. Has a voice. Everybody respects him. The thing at Man United, we all know what Harry Maguire is. The thing at Man United, if you're going to play open, yeah, he's going to get in trouble.
Yeah.
He's going to get in trouble. But if you protect him in the right ways, he's going to be a proper leader, proper man. He's going to be there. And whatever you say, he's done brilliant for England. He's done brilliant for England.
Gary, he was only criticised. We criticised him for his performances more than anything else. No one's gone after him for his personality.
No, but the other captaincy taken
Oh,
off
yeah,
him.
well, obviously,
Jimmy's
Ollie,
talking
yeah, of
to him
course.
about being
No, listen, obviously, we don't know the ins and outs of that, but I don't think anyone's gone after him for anything badly. But getting
but
isolated, getting done 1v1.
If you want to get the best out of him, you need to put a defensive midfielder in front of him.
Around him, yeah.
You have to put a defensive midfielder in front of him, and you need to help him out, and then you get the best out of him, and then he's there, and then he's a proper personality and stuff, and a leader, and he battles. And
did you feel when the United lads came to England that there was a bit of a relief that they were sometimes coming? Are you smiling?
Yeah, but that is obviously always the case, isn't it? Because the atmosphere in the England squad
It's a good atmosphere.
good.
Yeah.
Was good, and the boys have been and people forget that really quickly. What Gareth has done with the England squad.
How was Gareth? Did you think Gareth was Gareth open to staying before the tournament, or did you always feel like he was going to be sort of his last?
I really don't know.
You don't need to ask him. It didn't come up.
No. And I would not ask him now as well. I think he's done that many years.
Seems a bit tired at the end. Just had enough.
I think so. I think so. I think
it's worn out.
I think not getting the win against, I think that has taken a lot out of him.
Yeah.
You know, and it was not perfect. The tournament was not perfect, but every time after, even though we are winning, after the disappointment of the public and coming over, he found a positive for the players to hang on and to go again.
Yeah.
You know? And that is how he done that. That was very class.
Yeah. It's what he done off the field for England, and everything he had to deal with.
Incredible job.
Outside of the playing.
I couldn't believe the criticism he used to get, so even from the public. And I think a lot of that was to do with the fact that he wasn't a big manager before, in terms of, the Middlesbrough job was the only job he had. And I actually look at international management differently than club managing, that you don't need to be. We've had Capello. These men. We've got Tuchel now. No doubt Thomas Tuchel is a better manager than probably Gareth Southgate, but it doesn't mean he's a better manager for England than Gareth Southgate.
Different dynamics.
He's a Champions League winner, but I think Gareth Southgate, how he dealt with the press, playing for England, how he brought them players together.
And Gareth knew he did know tournament football well.
Exactly.
His personality suited.
Look. I wish Tuchel all the best, and I really hope they do well and win, because I know the players, and I really want the best for the players. But I do feel that England should have an English coach.
I do.
I do feel England should have an English coach. Ireland should have an Irish coach. The Dutch should have a Dutch coach. That's what I believe. Okay, maybe you go to the small countries and they need a little bit of help. But the big nations,
100%.
Who would you have said after Gareth Southgate then?
Eddie Howe's the best English manager.
Would he take it? No, I don't think so.
I don't know about now. We can't ask him now. Ask him now.
But I do. You know why I say that? The English culture, is different than anywhere else. To understand that, Gareth understood the players and understood the dynamics.
What do you say about the England women's team, Jimmy, that have got a Dutch coach that have...
Women are different.
Will that stay in? Jimmy, they've got a Dutch coach that have been incredibly successful. And I think one thing for me, I think that when Tuchel does come in, and maybe it's wrong, but I think if you come in as a foreign coach of a national team, I think you almost have to win. Because if you don't, it's almost a case of we've not promoted our own coaching system, our own A licence and professional, pro licence coaches. So we've damaged our own game a little bit in some ways if we've not basically won and learnt from that coach that's coming in.
Yeah.
Which the English women have, obviously, with Serena.
Look, I don't know as much about the women's game, but yes, you're right. She's been very successful and she's Dutch, isn't she?
Yeah.
She's transformational for the women's team.
Very direct.
What's she done? Yeah, but she's not got any English coaches in and around her there. She's got 2 Dutch coaches.
No, my point is, though, if she comes in and wins, the transformation for the women's game is enormous, which worth that sacrifice.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
it is. Yeah, but at the same time, you want to bring some people into experience what she's been to so many finals. You get a couple of them ex-women who coaches to be in that dressing room to see what it's like. Who's next for us?
But we're talking about a principle here of an international manager being English or being an international manager. You talk about Tuchel.
Yeah.
You're saying he shouldn't be the manager of England, basically.
Well,
No, his opinion
I'm not saying that he shouldn't.
Okay, I don't put words in.
No, he said that an English coach should manage England, which means Tuchel shouldn't be the manager of England.
It should be an English coach because of the culture, because of the understanding. And big nations should have the same nationality as a coach. That's my opinion.
But is it
that's my opinion. I'm not saying...
No, Jimmy, I agree with
Just
you. Actually.
how I feel.
I agree with you.
know?
And I worked under Sven, I worked under Capello a couple of times, so I agree with you. I think because English coaches don't get a job in the Premier League very easily at the top level, it's hard enough as it is. I think we have to try.
I'm not saying it because of that.
I am.
Okay, but that is not my reasoning. That's not my reasoning.
What's your reasoning then?
The understanding of the players, the understanding of when Tuchel goes to Chelsea, there is so many different cultures there, so many different people, nationalities and blah blah blah. There's only one nationality in England, yeah, and for me, I feel that an English coach who doesn't have long, yeah, who only gonna have them for a week or 10 days or 2 weeks, is going to understand them quicker than a foreign coach.
That's not to do with coaching. You're saying that's more to do with the environment.
The environment.
The
and
band.
But is it all right to have foreign coaches part of the staff?
Yeah, well. Yes.
Jimmy, talk to me. When I think
I'm British now. I'm British. I've lived longer here than in the Netherlands.
Jimmy, when I think of you as a coach, and I to be fair, when Jimmy Floyd Hasselbaink becomes the manager of Burton Albion, you always think, that's a strange one. But then I think of the job that you did there, and obviously you went back again. Just talk to us about Burton and sort of the relationship there and how you enjoyed managing at obviously League 2, League 1 level.
Tough, really tough, because the resources were limited. But I had to learn my way. Brilliant club, being run by a brilliant man who gave me the keys, and I could really fill in how I wanted to fill it in, obviously with his blessing. But I knew what the budget was. I could fill the budget in with whatever player I wanted. And it was great, especially when you're winning, you know. And at the end, and that time is always going to come when you're working with a smaller team and a smaller budget, that you're going to have a spell that you're not going to be that successful.
Because the budget for Burton in League 1 is well below. It's massive. It is one of probably the lowest budget in the league. Yeah.
The thing is, when you're working for a club like that, it's about relationships. It's about people wanting to do you a favor. People want to loan you a player or two, and then try to make a team out of it. And you're never going to be able to play the football that you really want to play, because the players have got limits, you know. But you have to find a way forward that they are happy with, and is also satisfactory to me to see. Okay, that's the kind of football that is going to get us forward.
You've had a great grounding. You've had success. Why have you not been offered that top job? Have you been for interviews for those top jobs?
It's very difficult to get interviews, you know. Very difficult. I have now said to myself, I've done the League 2, League 1. Yeah. I've been with England. I don't want to take a job lower than the top of League 1. I want something in the Championship, or to be a coach for somebody in the Premier League.
What happens if that phone call comes in the middle of Strictly Come Dancing?
I won't be able to take it, will I? Can you wait?
No, Jim, seriously, if you got that call and it was like a Premier League team, You'd have to back out, man. You have to say, listen, I'm dancing shoes are being parked up.
He could do both.
No,
Play on a Saturday, go and dance on a Saturday night.
You can't do both.
I can't do
but,
that to you.
But look,
Okay.
listen. I would love to coach in the Premier League. Honestly, I would love to coach for somebody in the Premier League. I think I could help.
So you want to get back in, Jimmy? You're really intent. You want to get back
Coaching, preferably.
So not as a manager, not as a head coach.
Preferably not. Or the job has to be really, really good.
Money.
Yeah, it's no, but I would love to coach and be amongst the players and help somebody, you know. And I think I can.
We think you can as well, Jimmy.
Yes.
That's an amazing episode, Jimmy.
Thank you.
Jimmy, great to speak to you.
Thank you so much.
Are you going to give us a little dance to finish? Give us a taste, Jimmy.
Go on.
Come on, Jimmy.
Come on, Jimmy.
Give us a
Otherwise,
little.
you guys don't look.
You only dance on the show.
Jimmy, well done.
You only dance on the
Brilliant,
show.
well done. Brilliant.
Taking a photo? Jimmy, we'll take a photo. Nice one. Jimmy.
Yes.
That was good.
Adam, can you take a picture, please? Not with my camera.
We'll send it to you, Jimmy. Don't worry.
Proper camera.
Jimmy,
No, Jimmy, you sit here.
in your seat.
We'll send you the proper pictures tomorrow.
Not a proper photographer.
Fucking striker. I look at you differently now. I look at you much better now.
Thank you.
Just 1 second. Howard took an you just said he's not a good photographer, which I know was a joke. Show us Howard's photograph, by the way, of the Salford goal against Newport last week.
Let's have a look at it.
Oh, what a picture.
Oh, great. Oh, he's caught a beauty.
What's so good?
Oh,
Look at
that's
that
a great
picture.
picture.
It's a goal as well. It's caught in
Howard,
midair.
well done.
How are you doing, by the way?
We're going to be okay, Jimmy.
Very good.
You don't want to get promoted?
You know what? It looks like he's way off the
We're
ground.
going to be okay.
That's really good.
That's a 6-yard box.
I hope so. I never say we're going to get promoted, but that's the ambition.
You get a prize for that, won't you? You get a
5.
Wasn't there a question of what's the best
you got something for
football
it?
picture you've
Well, you
ever
should get
seen?
something
best
for it.
football picture.
Football photo.
It's a brilliant picture, Howard.
Say that.
Right.
Salford
What's gonna show that?
What's the best picture we've ever seen? What's the best football photograph we've ever seen? Or sports?
Football photograph.
Or sports or football?
Maradona at the handball against, it's iconic, isn't it?
Do you know what I love the Maradona one where he's going one way and the whole... Is it Maradona? And the whole team are going the other?
Belgium, yeah.
Yeah.
Belgium.
Remember?
I think I've seen it, yeah.
Maradona won in the World Cup on the shoulders.
Yeah, that's a good picture.
Iconic photographs.
I'd probably go, Muhammad Ali underwater, boxing. Boom.
Oh.
It's a good picture.
What's that one?
Muhammad Ali standing
He's
over
in the
someone.
swimming pool, under the swimming pool.
Yeah, but what about he's standing over someone? He's looking at...
No, that's when he knocked someone out, that was. I'm talking about when he's training and he's in the swimming pool. It's a powerful
When you
picture.
smashed up that dressing room, have they got a picture?
They haven't got a picture of that, unfortunately, no.
There's
no
got to
room
be
left.
some photos of you
There's no room
kicking
left.
off, I bet.
Well, that's another episode finished. Well done, everybody. Well done.
fight,
Well done.